Hello. So today we are going to create a traveler character. This is just to give you kind of an idea of what the process is like. So let me go ahead and open up my modules. And I'm just going to do like a basic character. I'm not going to do anything fancy schmancy. I'm just going to make a human straight up out of the core rules. Actually, let me pull up the player reference. And you've probably not ever created a character. I don't know why it's doing that and not moving. That's weird. Well, let me try the. It's doing it too. Huh. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, you've probably never made a character like this. So, because it's a little bit different than a lot of character creations, because almost everything is random. So let me open up this, and we've got a character sheet. Okay, so traveler creation. So we've got the traveler creation summary, which we're going to go ahead and skip over. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to roll the characteristics. Now, each characteristic is rolled with 2d6, and I'm just going to use this space here for allies, contacts, enemies, and rivals, and I'm just going to put what my rolls are there. So I got a 6. An 8, and we do this 6 times. You'll notice that there's 7 stats on there, one of which is psi. You're not going to worry about psi unless you roll a certain specific result. 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 2 more. But unless you roll that result, you're not going to worry about the psi rating. Because I'm kind of keeping psi to a minimum. Sorry, my cats are getting on my keyboard. Okay, so, a 3. So we've got 6, 8, 9, 8, 5, 3. So we can put those stats in any of these abilities that we want, or characteristics that we want. So let me kind of think of what I want to play. Let's say I'm going to play a merchant. So social standing is kind of the same thing as charisma, so we're going to put the 9 in that. I'm going to go ahead and put the 8. So I'm going to put 1, 8 in endurance, 1, 8 in intellect. Let's put the 6 in education. Boy, the 5 in dexterity, and that nasty 3 we'll go ahead and put in strength. And so what you'll see here is we put the stats in, and it gives a dice modifier over here. So a 3 is a 0 dice modifier. That's not correct, is it? No, there we go. 3 is a -1, a 5 is a -1, the 2 8s are zeros, the 6 is a 0, the 9 is a +1. The psi is at -3 because we do not have anything in that stat, and we're not going to worry about it for now. Race, I'm going to be a human, and I'm going to be a Villani. I think that's what they're called. For homeworld, I'm going to go ahead and make my homeworld capital, because why not? Okay, so those are our characteristics. These are what they mean. Strength is strength, fitness, forcefulness, dexterity, physical coordination, endurance, stamina, determination, ability to determine damage. To sustain damage. Intellect is intelligence, quickness of mind. Education is how much schooling I've had, and social standing is place in society. It doubles as charisma for a lot of games. A lot of games have charisma stats. Okay. So now we choose background skills. How many background skills do we have? Well, we've got a number of background skills equal to my education dice modifier, which is a 0, plus 3. Okay, so that means, of course, 3. I've got 3 skills. So you will notice that these skills are showing over here with zeros. So that means when I pick that skill, I get it at a level 0. Level 0 means that you've got the skill, you're not unskilled in it, you're just not particularly skilled in it. If you don't have any rating in the skill, then you've got a -3 modifier, just like where it says unskilled skill here. You would have a -3 for the skill. You would go here and you would choose whatever your strength is. I mean, whatever your characteristic is that goes along with it, right? So let's see. I'm from Capital, which is like this capital of the Third Imperium. So why don't I take, for my 3 skills, I'm going to go ahead. Let's take Streetwise, right? That'll give me Streetwise at a 0. Admin sounds good. And if you need to know what any of these skills are, just click on the little TAS. It'll bring up a description. Admin covers bureaucracies, administrations of all types. So that's what we're going to choose for admin. Okay. And lastly, I already did Streetwise. Lastly, let's go ahead and go with, I'm tempted to take tempted to take science, but nah. How about carouse? Carouse will work. How's that? That'll work. Perfect. Carouse. So I'm a little bit of a partier. I know the streets a little bit, and I can deal with bureaucracies. Okay, so that's my background skills. Next is careers. Do I have a social standing that's high enough to have a noble title? No. Social standing has to be an 11 before you start getting a noble title. So I don't have a noble title. This is the creating a traveler flowchart. It looks super complicated. It's really not. There's one thing that I want to do here. So my character is going to start out, we start out at age 18. So the first thing that I do is I choose a pre-career education. Now, using just the core rules, I've got 2 choices. I've got university or I've got military academy. I'm going to go with university. The question is, can I get into the university? Well, I need to roll a 7+ on an education check. It is not my 2nd term, so I'm good. It's not my 3rd term, and by term they mean a period of 4 years, because every time you do a career roll check, it's a 4-year term. So this is my 1st term, so I don't have to worry about those modifiers. I've got a DM dice modifier +1 if social is 9+. So I do have a 9+, so I've got a +1 from that. And I will go ahead and make an education check and see if I can get in. I need a 7 or higher total. I got a 6, then plus the 7 because of the 1, thank goodness. So I did manage to get in. So I choose a level 0 skill and a level 1 skill from the following list. So let's see, admin, advocate, animals, art, astrogation, electronics, engineer, language, medic, navigation, profession, or science. Let me go ahead here and I'm going to take, where did my skills go? There we go. I'm going to go ahead and take electronics at 0. And you'll notice that there's the electronic skill, and then there's comms, computers, remote ops, and sensors. These are specializations. Once you get a 1 or higher in a skill that has a specialization with it, you have to choose a specialty or specialization. Anyway, but you would have all of the others at 0. So if I took electronics comms, At 1, then I would have electronics, comms at 1, computers at 0, remote ops at 0, and sensors at 1, or sensors at 0, right? Pretty easy, but we'll take electronics at 0, right? And then let me take advocate. Okay, so what's advocate? The advocate skill basically is being a lawyer. Gives you a knowledge of common legal codes and practices, especially interstellar law, experience in oratory, debate, and public speaking, making an excellent skill for lawyers and politicians, but also for merchants. So advocate, we're going to take at a 1 because I get 1 skill at 0 and 1 skill at 1. Okay. So what else do I get for this university term? I get to increase my education by 1 because I get a little bit more educated. All right, so education goes up to a 7. It doesn't change my dodge modifier, but that's okay. Now, I need to roll for graduation. Do I graduate? Well, actually, before I roll for graduation, we've got a life event that happens. Why is the life event thing not here? Okay, events during pre-career education. So we roll for a pre-career events on the pre-career events table. So let's roll it. We get a 3. Falsely accused. I'm falsely accused of a crime. Take the prisoner career in my next term, but I automatically leave it at the end of the term. Wow. Okay. Thanks. So I get arrested for something. Look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead here. Okay. Events arrested. Let's put falsely accused. False. I can't spell. Rank and title, we don't have one. Okay, well, how about that? Interesting. Okay, well, I wasn't planning on being a prisoner, but hey, that's the way this game rolls. So then my next career is going to have to be prisoner, which I automatically leave. Usually, if you get prisoner, normally through the normal course of the game, not outside of this event, apparently, if you get prisoner, you could stay in prisoner for a very, very long time. And you don't get to just decide to not be a prisoner. You have to actually make your parole. But that's very interesting. Okay, so prisoner will be, yeah. But you know what? I still get to decide. I still get to see if I graduate. So what do we do for graduation? We make an intelligence check. And I need a 7 or higher. If I get an 11 or higher, I graduate with honors. So let's see, an intellect, not intelligence. So what do I get? 6. Oh no, I failed. I did not graduate. Okay. So now I have to become a prisoner and try to find where prisoner is. It's like in a different spot. Prisoner. There we go. Okay, so 18 to 22, go to college. And then 22 to 26, I am a prisoner. Now that I am a prisoner, I have to choose what my assignment is. Do I want to be an inmate, where I just try to get through my time in prison without getting into trouble, a thug, where I'm part of a gang, or a fixer, where I can arrange anything for the right price? You know what? Fixer sounds great. Fixer sounds like it's going to be perfect for me. So, the first thing that you get with the first time that you take for your first career, oh my God, for your first career, outside of free career education, you get all the skills under service skills. Okay, so that means I get athletics at 0. or because there's not a number, it's one higher than whatever I currently have. I don't have athletics, so I'll get athletics at 0. Deception. Okay. Deception will be useful. There we go. Profession, and profession is one of those that you have to choose, or no, you don't. Profession. Okay, profession's at a 0. Streetwise, I've already got Streetwise at 0, right? But since there's not a number showing here, that means that whatever I've got goes up by 1, so my Streetwise goes up to a 1. And then melee unarmed. So specifically I get the melee unarmed, but watch this. Not only did it give me melee unarmed at a 1, I also have melee at a 0, meaning that I can use melee blade, bludgeon, and natural all at skill rank 0. And then I get persuade. Persuade. There we go. Okay. Now, next I have to roll to see if I can quote-unquote survive, or do I have a some sort of a mishap. So intellect, I need a 9 or higher. Ouch. As you can see right here, fixer, intellect 9. So I have to roll a 9 or higher. I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled endurance. Never mind. Ignore that roll. There we go. Intellect. I got a 4. So I had a mishap. So what's my mishap? Let's see. Prisoner mishaps. Let's roll and find out what happened. 3. Prison gang persecutes you. You may choose to fight back if you wish, but if you do not, you lose all benefit rolls from your prison career. If you fight back, roll melee, fail, and you must roll twice in the injury table and take the lower result. Succeed, and you gain an enemy and raise parole threshold by 1. We're not worrying about throw threshold because, as per the event that I took in the university, they ended up with in university, I get out after this term. So prison gang persecutes me. So basically, I went up against the space skinheads. Okay. Oh, it's so tempting. Do I want to just go ahead? I tell you what, I don't think he's going to fight back. So I'm going to leave the prisoner career now because that's what happens thanks to the university thing. Oh, before I leave, I've got to find out, do I improve my rank as a prisoner? Okay, so advancement is endurance 5 or higher. Or no, wait, that was a mishap, so I wouldn't do that. Okay, I get out of prison. Well, now I'm out of prison. I get my butt whooped by the gang, and I'm out of prison. What do I want to do now as far as my career goes? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? So I was going to go for a merchant, so I think I'm going to go for the merchant career. So that's age 26. When I get done with this merchant career, I will be age 30. So let's see. To qualify, I've got to get an intelligence of a roll of intellect 4 or higher. I can do that. Come on. There we go, 5. So I do get into, I got a -1, which is still a 4. I got a -1 because of every previous career, which prisoner counts. All right. So I am a merchant. And I'm going to go ahead and take free trader, because that'll be useful, right? So now I get to pick I get a skill. Because this is not my first career, I do not get all of the service skills. Instead, I can pick from personal development, or I can pick from this, or well, I don't pick, I roll on the personal development table or the free trader table. And my education is not high enough for the advanced education. So do I want service skills, personal development, or free trader? I think free trader is probably going to have the best options for me. So let me go ahead and roll on the free trader table. What skill do I get? I get mechanic at 1. I get mechanic at I get mechanic. Okay. Now, I don't already have the mechanic skill, so I'll get it at a 0. There we go. Now, I roll to see if I survive. Do I survive? What is the survival? Education, dexterity 6+. Oh, ouch. Let's see if I can make it. I do not. I have a mishap. Great. Mishap. And then a mishap, of course, means that I get kicked out, probably. But let's see what I get for the mishap. This character is having bad luck. I get a 5. Imperial trade restrictions force me out of business. I may take the rogue career for my next term without needing to roll for qualification. Really? Okay. So that's nice. And since I had a mishap, I get kicked out of the career. I do not get to make an advancement roll. I wasn't going to make the character this old, but I'll go ahead and take that rogue career, which will put me up to age 34. So we've got rogue. I don't have to qualify because of the event. So what do I want to shoot? I will become a pirate. I am now a space pirate. That sounds great. Okay, so we've got pirate. Oh, nope. Rogue. And then pirate. Okay. So let me go ahead and so I can choose from the personal development, service skills, or not choose. I can get a skill from personal development, service skills, or pirate. Let me go with pirate. What skill do I get? I get gunner. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. So of course, gunner's got all these specializations, but I just get gunner at 0. Now, do I survive? That's the question. I need to get a 6 or better on a dexterity check. I do not get a 6. So I have a mishap, and I have to stop being a pirate. Alright, what's my mishap? A 1. Severely injured. So I can either choose result of 2 on the injury table or roll twice and take the lower result. Well, let's see. What's the injury table look like? What is a 2? Nearly killed. Reduce 1 physical characteristic by 1 die and reduce 2 other physical characteristics by 2. I can't really afford to do that because my strength sucks. So let's roll twice on their injury table and take the lower result. So the first roll is a 1. And the second roll is a 6. I have to take the 1. All right. So I'm going to reduce 1 of my physical characteristic scores by 1d6. Let's do endurance. Endurance drops by 4. That's dropped. Jesus, it drops me down to a 4. I'll tell you what. I'm keep this like this for now, and then my other 2 physical characteristics drop by 1 each. Okay. Well, that's horrible. I'm going to go ahead and stop. I'm going to be absolutely 100% completely broke because I didn't get any benefit rolls. Because my character is apparently a loser. That's just part of it. I sound like I'm griping, but I'm really not. All right, let's go to aging and injuries. So aging, I am 34, therefore I have to make an aging roll. So what is the aging roll? Okay, at the end of the 4th term. Did I do my math right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. At the end of the 4th term, I have to roll 2d6 and use the total number of terms as a negative. Okay, so a 2d6 minus 4. Okay. I got a 4, which means that a 4 is... Okay, so I got a 1 or higher, so no effect. Okay, so the aging doesn't affect me. I'm really surprised. Oh, shoot. What did I get for the... Oh, severely injured, yeah. That's right. And I was a rank 0 pirate. Which is just a title of lackey. Okay. Now, how do I deal with these injuries? Can I get these injuries reversed? Yes, I can. Which is why I put them in the modified slot. But injured medical cure may be able to undo some of the effects. So we're going to... That is going to be expensive. 5,000 per point. So that would be 30,000 credits. 30,000 credits, but I get my scores all the way back up, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to, for now, put the debt at 30,000. But there is a possibility that the pirate that I'm working under will pay some of that cost, and I'm really hoping that they will. I roll 2 dice and add my rank as a dice modifier. Well, my rank was 0, so 2 dice. A 6. It didn't put in the window, but a 5 and 1 is a 6. So, oh hey, my pirate crew is going to pay half of my medical bills, which only leaves me with 15,000. Well, there we go. That's my character, basically. I don't have any cash, so I cannot buy any equipment. Yep. That's my character. So, what happened to him? I went to university. I was falsely accused of a crime. I got arrested and became a prisoner. But I was persecuted by a gang. And after I got out of prison, I became a merchant. But imperial trade restrictions caused me to lose that job and go bankrupt. And so I became a pirate. But during some sort of a raid, I was severely injured. Took some damage to my characteristics, but it was largely paid. 50% of it was paid off, so I start with a debt of 15,000, $0 in cash, no pension. I got no benefits from any of my careers. That was certainly not the path I had initially planned on going, but that's the way that Rolemaster goes. I I have a decent selection of 0 rating skills and some 1 rating skills, so that's kind of cool. But so yeah, I should have given this guy a name first. We're gonna name him Joe No Luck, because boy did that suck. Yep. Well, there you go. There's a traveler character creation session for you. Hopefully, when you guys make your own characters, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna get messed over that badly by the dice. So see ya.